Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. Let's talk about growing up hip hop. Season 4, episode 4. It's Mary Jane in the building. And let's talk about Pep. What's going on with Pep? It seems like she's erotic. It seems like she's not mature. It seems like, she's on something. I don't know what it is, if she's drinking or if she's taking pain medication because, she had a lot of surgery done. So hopefully she's okay, but she's not really acting like the normal Pep. And it seems like she's very insensitive this episode. Like, what's really good? And also Troy getting the short end of the stick because now he's looked at as the gossiper, as the shit starter, as the guy that's spreading rumors and starting trouble, when it seems like he just had Egypt's, good intentions for Egypt to make sure she was with the right man. But I guess he needed a storyline and they ain't feeling his storyline anymore. We got Romeo and, Angela playing this game with us like they might be getting together in a hotel room. We know they have separate rooms. What's really going on? And then Boogie might not be able to do growing up hip hop anymore if he doesn't go to rehab, because Damon Dash said he won't be on the show and his son won't be on the show either because he needs rehab, and this is the only form of income that he's getting from being on this show, and that is supporting his drug habit. So he must be getting a lot of money to support his whole drug habit from this show. And then come to find out that he's taking liquid heroin. That is some deep shit. Like, that's no joke type of drug. That's very addictive. He could lose his life. And Damon Dash was like, yo, it slows his heart down. He can possibly not wake up. Then he's drinking alcohol. Then he's smoking weed. Then he's doing whatever else comes to head. I'm like, yo. And what's going to go on with Angela and Vanessa when Angela tells Vanessa that she might be signing a deal with Coogee or Mr. Willie, and she can't be a part of any other brand but theirs while they're working together? How is Vanessa going to feel? Because she already feeling like Angela is pushing her to the curb and pushing her to the side like she ain't nobody. So what's going on? And we got Romeo faking to get a ring. Like, what's really good? Like, Romeo, is Angela your type? Do you really want to be with Angela? What's going on? And then we got Pep with her bodyguard at the cleansing ceremony. Who brings a bodyguard to the cleansing ceremony when no one's there? And the bodyguard looked like he got a little bit going on with Pep. Is that the man that Pep is messing with? That young dude, Andre, whatever his name is. What's real? So let's get to the table. So we at the table, we have TT, we have Bree, and we have Egypt, and we have TT. And, Bree is addressing, Sam, like, so what did you say that I did? What did you say that I did? I heard you said I did something. What did I do? How did I make you feel? That I flirted with you? I did something? And Sam is totally like, what are you talking about? I have no idea. And so that's when Bree was like, Troy, right? Isn't that what he said, that I was trying to flirt with him? I was trying to get with him and all this other stuff. And so then Troy was like, yeah, well, see, this is what happened when me and you had that conversation, Bree. When somebody says this is what happened, instead of saying yeah, facts, and yes he did, he was like, well, me and you having that conversation when we met up, and it seems like Egypt was distanced the last time you seen her, and I said to you, maybe she's being distanced because Sam said that you was flirting with her. Sam said you was flirting with her. I don't know why I'm calling her because Sam done got the weave in his hair, he got the braids, he got the black fingernail polish. I don't know what's going on with Sam, but let's keep it moving. So, Troy was like, so you felt like she was being distant. It's because that, probably because she heard that you was flirting with Sam, and Sam's the one that said it. And then Troy was like, you just guys don't remember Sam said in front of all of us that, Bree was flirting with him, and everybody was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Titi was like, I have no idea what he's talking about. I have nothing to do with this. This has nothing to do with me. I'm in the clear, finally. And Egypt looks dumbfounded. She don't know what's going on. Pepper's in the next room getting tore up from the floor up. And so, Sam was like, I didn't say anything like that. And Egypt and, Titi was like, I didn't hear anything like that. So then that's when Bree was like, you know what? I apologize to you, Sam, and I'm leaving. And she tries to get up and leave, and she's walking towards the door, and TT grabs her and taps her and was like, listen, I need you to sit back down because I want to talk to you. We need to have our own conversation. And, Bree was like, whatever you got to say, just say it right now. And TT was like, no, have a seat. I want to talk to you. And she was like, no, I got shit to do. I got to go. I got to bounce. So Bree Bree continues to walk, and TT follows after her. And Bree was like, why are you following me? Why are you harassing me? Why are you all up on me? Like, back away, move, peace, buy him out. And TT was like, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you being like a kid? Why are you being disrespectful? And she was like, because I don't want to talk. You're being annoying. And so TT should have just left the situation alone. She should have left Bree alone. When Bree gave her that energy that she didn't want to really hear it, she was like, tell me right now. Either TT should have just told her right then and there, while Egypt was sitting in TT's lap and Bree was heading for the door. She should have just spilled it off her chest, but she wanted to sit down and have a long conversation, and that wasn't happening. And so she follows her out. I would have left her alone and said, hey, this is game night, let's go party. And so, you know, Bree's like, peace, I'm out, making fun of TT, like, yo, you ain't nothing. And so Sam gets up, he hugs, you know, Bree, and was like, gangsters, because she came in there gangster. She brought everybody in the room, had them sit outside, got down to the bottom of it. She didn't do nothing. Her name is clear. She's gone. She don't want to talk to TT. And she told TT off. Everybody's like, gangster. And so then Troy was like, well, that's what happened. That's what I heard. Troy still trying to defend himself and was like, Sam, you did say that or whatever. And so they get back in the house, and then Pep is like, what happened? I don't even know what's going on. Pep is sitting there like she's lost out of her mind. Like she's on number train 69 going to Florida somewhere. And so they let her know and what was going on, that, you know, Bree heard from Troy that, you know, she was trying to flirt with, you know, Sam, and Sam told everybody, and then everybody, she was like, I didn't hear none of that. What's going on? And then, you know, that's when Pep was like, so how did, you know, Bree find out that Sam said something about flirting? How did any information get back to Bree? Like, what happened? Like, what's going on? And so then that's when they was like, oh, Troy. And so then everybody's looking at Troy. Sam was like, see, look at him. And so Troy is looking like the enemy. He's looking like the bad person. He's like, he got the short end of the stick. It looks like his gossiping done caught up with him. But he ain't in this by himself. It's just like they left him out to dry. And so now Troy's facing the music with this bull crap. I know Troy's like, I should have kept my mouth closed. I shouldn't have said nothing. I shouldn't have been looking out for Egypt. I should let her date anybody that she wants to date, if they're unfit or fit or not. I should have just mind my business, because I was doing it out of love and a storyline, and it backfired on me. And so that's the end of that conversation. Then we move on to, and Sam still denies that he didn't say anything about Bree. And so now Troy's left holding a bag, and we have JoJo and Angela. They meet up and they're having a conversation, looking through a magazine, and JoJo's asking, so how do you feel about, you know, your baby's father being in the magazine? How do you feel about this and that? Angela was like, there's nothing really I can do. He go his way, I go my way. We just got to co-parent. And, you know, JoJo's just like, oh yeah, you're going to Florida with Romeo. Okay, I see you going to Florida with Romeo. Sounds like a relationship to be continued, right? He's going to fly you out there. You're going to see the game, and you're going to stay in the hotel room. Sounds like a hell of a good date. And also JoJo says to Vanessa that, you know, Angela's gonna spark this beef again between Romeo and Bow Wow, and Bow Wow is gonna have to run to the studio and get Jermaine Dupri to write him some lines. I was like, isn't that shade? Isn't that terrible? JoJo taking shots at Bow Wow, and he's an executive producer on the show. So that was type funny. And so we have Bree. She goes to the holistic store to get some herbs and stuff, because she wants to have a cleansing party to cleanse of her childhood, cleanse Boogie, cleanse all the negativity out. So she invites everybody with a group text. TT instantly denies she don't want to go. And so, you know, then we move on to TT, Egypt, and Sam. They're chilling. They're having a conversation inside the restaurant. They're talking about how bad, you know, like what went down with, you know, Damon Dash, you know, blaming, you know, Pep for his son's problem action. And Sam is like, yo, that was none of our business. We shouldn't have been privy to that information. That's private information. Like, that's none of our business. Everybody in that room didn't need to know that situation. Then they talk about Troy running his mouth. And so TT says her and Sam been sitting together. They got some information, and they got some receipts on Troy, about Troy starting trouble, Troy lying and all this other stuff. And so then we have Pep. She walks in. She's like, hey, oh, looking like she's intoxicated or something else is going on. And so they spilled the beans to her about Troy doing this. this. Troy talking about, Sam's baby's mother, trying to get Egypt pregnant, all the stuff that he has done, especially when it comes back to Kristinia and everything. But they didn't show us the exact receipts that they had on Troy. And so this is when because Pep doesn't seem like she's herself, like she's all the way there. She was like, well done then. He's out the circle. He's out the gang. He's kicked out. No more Troy. And everybody's all happy. So Troy got the end of the stick. So we might not be seeing Troy film because he's not cool with Bree right now. But I don't think Bree's upset with him. But Bree's going to keep her distance because she doesn't like his gossiping ass. So who is Troy going to chill with? Who's Troy going to film with on the show? He can't film with Kristinia. He can't film with Angela. He can't film with Vanessa or Romeo or Master P. So who is he going to film with? So Pep says she's firing Troy so I guess he's not going to be her hairstylist no more. I'm like, wow, it gets like that. And so Sam is in the clear. He didn't say anything about Bree, or he can't remember because they all be intoxicated. So how do they know? So moving forward, we have what's her name? Pep. She's still feeling a certain type of way about Dame blaming her for Boogie's, breakdown or him spiraling out of control. She still doesn't think it's her fault, and it's not her fault. But when a young person says to you that you're like 3 decades older than, and they say, oh, I don't want to drink tonight, you just let them not drink tonight. You don't peer pressure a young person, especially if they don't want to drink, because there got to be something behind a young person not wanting to drink at a party. Maybe they have classes, maybe they have study, and maybe they don't want to drink. But Pep didn't know that Boogie's problem was that bad. So no one really knew that his problem was that bad. So we have Bree. She goes to meet up with Damon Dash. Damon Dash to tell him that, hey, Boogie called me like at 9 o'clock in the morning. I asked him, was he high? He was high. He called me about this videotape that you showed me, Dame, and it's just crazy. But I do have a solution. I have my doctor, my therapist. People come up, we'll have an intervention and try to get Boogie into rehab. Dame feels so indebted. He feels so happy. And he was like, I'm a powerful man. I'm this big man, and I can't really help my son the way I want to. I can't really do the things that I want to do, which he could, because he can hire people to do it. But it's better when it comes from the inner circle, and there's people that's going to be in the circle to help with this intervention that at least Bree is comfortable with, and she has confidence in him, and Damon Dash has confidence in Bree because he always says that she's a smart woman and things like that. And their relationship is getting really close. It's like he's almost taking her in as a daughter, because her father can do Isaac. He ain't nowhere around. He's somewhere spending Mary J. Blige money. And why do they still have Mary J. Blige name under Bree's name, saying Mary J. Blige stepdaughter? Why is that? Because she's not married to him anymore. But it is what it is. So, Dame felt really indebted because he can't really deal with the situation because it's so close, it's so hurtful, and he's not weak, and anybody around Damon Dash is not weak. So seeing his son weak really hurts him. It's just like when you're such a strong and powerful person, even if you don't have money, but you have you have strength, you have power, you have knowledge and wisdom, and you can overcome so many different things. And when you see your seed not able to overcome things, it makes you feel like you messed up, that there's something wrong with you because that's your seed. And he has a lot of different emotions. That's why he's going around blaming Pep for the situation. So but he's indebted to Bree forever for the situation, and she's gonna have to set him up, and she feels bad about that. And it was like, don't feel bad about that. You're a good friend. You're doing it for the right reasons. So we'll see what happens with that situation. We get Vanessa and we get Angela. They meet up. They're having coffee. Vanessa feels like Angela's not supporting her. She's not there for her because she didn't come to the fashion show last year or the fitting. And she's doing so much different things. But it seems like she's not trying to collab with her sister Vanessa because Vanessa's trying to collab with her. Vanessa's throwing out ideas. And then, Angela's kind of like shooting them down. Or she's trying to think like, it seems like Angela's the more knowledgeable one about the entertainment business and fashion and stuff like that. That's how they made it seem when they was having a conversation. So they started talking about mommy blog, and Vanessa was like, I do have one on my blog that says soon coming soon, mommy blog. Then they talk about fitness wear, so then they leave the conversation as that. But Vanessa's feeling a certain type of way, and Angela, she's happy because she's gonna go chill with Rome in Orlando. She's gonna get away. She got a babysitter, she got somebody taking care of kids, so she feels good about that situation. And we get Sam Sam was really on point when he said that what happened, what's going on with Boogie is none of our business. I do understand that too, but they wanted everybody in the room to know that, hey, when you see Boogie, if you drink and you smoke and you doing drugs, run away. Don't do it with him because he has a problem. He can't control it. So that's what Dame was saying, but I do feel what, Sam was saying too as well. And so then we get, Angela, she's going to, meet one of the clothing designers, and Coogee and Willie, and the clothes look nice. I like the colors. I like everything. She's talking about having like athletic wear, this and that. And he was like, all the companies want to work with you. They like you as a brand, but you need to sign an agreement with us that you're not going to be working with any other companies or branding any other athletic or clothing things or anything like that. You're just going to be focused on with us. And Angela's like, oh my God, I don't know what to do because I'm supposed to be working with Vanessa, doing athletic wear, doing this, doing that with her. So I don't know how that's going to intervene. But Angela's like, I got to make the good decision. So I wonder what's Angela going to choose. Is she going to choose Coogee and Puma that kind of collide together, or she going to work with her sister Vanessa? Vanessa's going to be heartbroken unless Angela can get Vanessa in the deal. So we'll see what happens with that situation. And so now we get to the cleansing situation, and everything is going good. Bree looking like she's a fortune teller and shit like that. She's taking it serious. She's telling everybody to drink water, write down on a piece of paper all the things that you want to get rid of. You write it down, you say it out loud, you throw it in the fire, and it goes to ashes. It burns away. So Boogie, he shows up. He's looking like he's intoxicated, that he's high, he's on drugs, he's still high, but he's a functional high because he's functional because he's young, so he's still able to function. But if he keeps doing this, he's gonna tear up his whole body and he's gonna be an old man before you know it. And so everything's going well. Sam and Egypt, they show up. Even Sam is participating, Egypt's participating. They're being, everyone's being respectful to this ceremony, even Boogie, as high as he is. And so, guess who shows up? Pep and her little bodyguard at the beach. What she need a bodyguard at the beach at night for? Ain't nobody trying to chase down Pep to get no autographs. Ain't nobody doing nothing to you, Pep. Why you needed a security guard? That security guard is securing that coochie at home. Don't even miss me with that. And so the security guard, Andre, he's all like, oh, what is this, a folk tale? What is this? He said something. He said, what is this, a folk? He said something that was so funny. And then Pep brings champagne. Pep knew Boogie was going to be there. And now she knows that he has a drug problem. He suffered from alcoholism. Why would she bring alcohol? But she said she was going to bring alcohol when she was talking to Egypt, Sam, and, TT. But if he was going to be there, and then once, Bree made it clear that there's no alcohol, put it away, whatever, it just seems like Pep wasn't involved in it. It doesn't seem like she was really feeling it, because it seems like she's all caught up in her world with her man. And Pep said that she really was going to help Boogie and change him and this and that, and she's going to do what his father can't do, but yet she bring alcohol around him. When he's in the building, when he's outside on the beach, you're going to bring alcohol, and then you're going to want to open it and pop it. And then she opens it and pops it anyway. And, Bree was like, oh, you need to go. Like, man, your energy's bad. Everything around you is bad. Your spirits, your energy, whatever you came with. And then so that's what Pep was like, I always carry spirits with me. She was like, yeah, you carry bad spirits. You carry something that's not cool. And it was just like, damn, it was like a shit show. So, Pep, she takes Boogie to the side, and she's just really trying to clear up how she feels bad. She's clearing up her feelings, and she's just saying like, your father came at me, made me feel like, she almost made me want to cry. Boogie was like, yep, that's what he does. Boogie has been avoiding, Boogie has been avoiding his father. So that's why Bree is very important in the situation, because Boogie will hook up with Bree, but he would avoid his father, disappear, not talk to him. So Dame can have all the money in the world, but he can't find Boogie, because Boogie's in the crevices and the cracks of society where people don't usually go, and you ain't gonna find him. Like, you ain't gonna find him. So Pep is having this conversation with Boogie. They're talking, and she was just like, he made me feel like I made you spiral because I offer you a drink. And he was like, no, I'm my own man. When I took a drink, I took a drink. I want a drink. I could take my own responsibility. It has nothing to do with me. I know my father made you feel bad, so now Pep feels good. She done popped the bottle. She's drinking, and then, Egypt, Bree's coming at her like, yo, you're disrespectful. Just go, bye, get away from the circle. Take yourself over here. Like, I'm tired of this shit. And then that's when Peppa's like, well, you're smoking cigarettes or whatever you smoking around the fire. That's not spiritual. That's not cleansing. And that's when Bree throws it at her. Tobacco is used in a lot of cleansings and a lot of different things. And Bree's absolutely right. Very true, especially with the Native Americans. Tobacco is one of the certain types of tobacco is very, sacred that they use. And but Pep is also right too. Alcohol they use in spiritual they use, and cleansing effects too as well. So they're both absolutely right with it. But the point is the alcohol is a problem for Boogie. And then also Bree is not drinking because she wants to show solidarity with Boogie to say to him, I'm telling you to quit, but I'm not going to drink. I'm not going to do anything that is harmful, the harmful things that you're doing to yourself. Even though I'm telling you not to do it, I'm not going to do it either, so I can't be a hypocrite. So that's where that comes from. And so they get into the argument, and Bree's just really reading Pep. Just telling Pep to go, get away, go somewhere, have your ceremony over there. And I think I need a cleansing after this bullshit. So Pep is all in her feelings. Egypt doesn't know what to do because she knows her mom is out of control. She knows her mom was rude. And Sam knows it too. Everybody knows that Pep was out of control. And she's an adult in the situation. That's what is real crazy. So we got Angela and we got Romeo. They heading off to Orlando, but first Romeo goes buy some jewelry, and he's teasing us with like an engagement ring for Angela. He's gonna keep it in his back pocket, and he's telling us that he thinks about marrying Angela, want to be with her, then pop the question and be with the girl. So they get to Orlando, they're having a party, they're having a good time, they're enjoying each other, and they end up in a hotel room. They shut the door, and we don't know what went down, we don't know what happened, we don't know what's going on. And we have JoJo and Vanessa, they meet up and they talk. And what happened to the other sister? The other sister that was on here last season, I can't think of her name, but she was on the show. It's like she's been replaced by JoJo. What's going on? JoJo does bring a little bit of brightness to the situation because he does have a nice personality, and he's funny too as well. So we'll see what happens. Peace. I'm out. One love.